for new here, my name is Jackie, spelled with a Q, not a K, Jackie. Jackie. Today's going to be like a little chit chat, get ready with me. Just going to tell the little story of why I ended up in the hospital, and we'll start there. I hope you can't hear the air conditioner in the background. When I edit, I will try to make that less noticeable if it's noticeable. I don't know with the microphone if it'll pick it up, but I mean, like, the camera's right here, air conditioner's like right here. So it'll probably pick it up. But yes, today we're going to just play with makeup and we're gonna chat, have a little chitty chat. But I already put on my eye primer, which is Believe Beauty Universal Eye Primer. If you don't know, if you do know, then, well, you know, it's what I use. I feel like I haven't talked this much in a while. Alright, I'm going to start off with the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette. That's what we're going to start with today. We're going to start with this little dense fluffy. I'm going to start in the outer corner. We're going to try to keep it simple. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to start with this shade right here and use that as my outer corner shade. Oh my gosh, Jackie, you did not need that much. Okay. So, last week, was it last week? Yes, it was, because it was over the weekend that I was in the hospital. So last week, what was it, like Tuesday night or something? I got sick. Like, I literally like threw up, got sick. So the next day I wasn't feeling well, I was feeling nauseous, so I wasn't able to go take care of my dad, so we asked the neighbor if she would be able to, and she was, so yay. And then Thursday I went to my dad's and everything was okay. I got his groceries, you know, did our little, whatever I had to do got done. And then Friday came along and I just wasn't feeling right. And it was like, it's weird because my symptoms changed as I went through this process. It's very weird. They don't seem like symptoms that would be connected in any way, so I don't really know what the hell is going on. But I woke up, actually it was Friday morning, like 3:30ish in the morning, and like my neck and shoulder were like really sore, and it was making my arm go numb, and I was like, well, that's not good. So, you know, I got up, was really thirsty, so I like drank some water and then tried to go back to sleep, and it was really bugging me. So I ended up taking some Tylenol and Advil. I take both because one just doesn't work, you know? And well, Tylenol doesn't like work at all for me. But if I take it with Advil, it seems like it helps the Advil work better. I don't know if that makes any sense. But, so I take both. So I took some Advil and Tylenol, went back to sleep, was able to fall asleep for like an hour-ish. Well, that's nice. Okay, let me grab another brush and we'll go into a different color. Sure, this won't work. I'm gonna go into, this shade right here, and we're gonna use that in the crease to blend out this beautiful brown shade. So yeah, so Friday started like that, and when I got up, it wasn't really as sore anymore. It had gone away, so I was like, oh great, so we're okay. And then I felt like a little lightheadedness to begin with, and then think I like that. I'm gonna go into the real shade and I'm gonna blend out that. I think I went too high a little bit as well. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, started off with a little bit of lightheadedness and I was like, okay, whatever. It's just probably just from, you know, lack of sleep. I obviously didn't sleep well. So, we like this? I think it's okay. But now I feel like that brown is gone. Let's add that brown back in. So, it started like that, and then as the day went on, by like 11 o'clock, I had gotten like, I felt like, you know that feeling like when you just, your face goes flush, like all the blood drains from your face? It felt like that, but it was through my whole body, and then my whole body would like go numb, and then I would like get nervous and start like feeling like I had to breathe a little heavier because I think I was getting nervous. I was like, what the hell is this? And so that was concerning. I'm gonna go on the lid with this shade right here. It's a pretty little taupe shimmer. Love a good taupe shade. Yeah, so that happened. And so then that's when I started getting like a little nervous and I started feeling a little pressure in my chest, and I was like, well, it's because I'm getting a little anxious because I don't know what the heck is going on. So my dad was like, why don't you just get me my lunch and you go to the hospital, they'll figure out what's going on. And my dad would like, he was sure that it had to do with the fact that when I was sick, I didn't really eat much because I was sick. Like the day I threw up, I ate a few bites of salad before I ended up getting sick, so I didn't really eat that day. But the next day, when I was home, I ended up only having some chicken noodle soup that evening because I had to eat something. I just was like, I'm gonna die. I need to eat food. I need food. And chicken noodle soup seems to be the thing that I can eat whenever I'm sick. So go in with that fluffy transition brush. So clean this up. So my dad was like, it's because you didn't eat. And I was like, that's not what's happening here. This has nothing to do with that. Like, he's like, why don't you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I'm like, because I don't feel hungry. And he's like, okay. And like, he was obviously trying to make it so I didn't have to go to the hospital at all. I'm gonna put on some Essence Prime Plus Studio Hydrating Skin Refresher Primer. And so, what am I saying? See, I can't even think. I was like, yeah, that's not the problem here. I can go without food without it like really being a serious like issue, you know. I just can. I've done it off and on my whole life, so it's not an issue. That wasn't it, and I knew that wasn't it. I was like, yeah, that's not what's going on here. He insisted that's what it was, and I was like, yeah, it's not. So it made me nervous enough to the point where I was like, something's wrong. Like, something's not right here. And then, so I go to the hospital, and I'm having these episodes of the, like, flushed, numb. I'm like, and every time it happened, my heart would start, like, beating a little faster. I don't know if that's from what was happening, or I was just getting nervous. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer, the one in the tube today. And I was like, yeah, there's something not right here. And they took my blood pressure, and it was a little high. Apparently not as high as I thought it was. Like, I thought 142 over, what was it? I don't know, 142 over 92. I don't know. I thought it was high because I had never seen my blood pressure that high before. And they're like, is that high for you? And I was like, yeah, no, I've never seen it that high. And they're like, okay. Because it's usually like 90. No, there have been times it's like 70 something to 80 something over like 60. No, I'm doing it backwards. It's like 100, anywhere between like 115 to like a 122-ish over like 70 something. Like that's my normal. This wasn't normal. Like I knew it wasn't normal. As soon as I saw it, I like went like, and she's like, is that not normal for you? Is that high? Like, I was like, oh, that's a little high. And she's like, it's a little high, but like they get concerned at like apparently like 180. They get concerned. I was like, man, 142. I've never seen it, so that's not normal for me. Even though I haven't been on my atenolol, which brings your blood pressure down, I guess. Even though I hadn't been on that in years, it's never been that high. So I was like, okay, something's going on, because it's not usually that high. I'm gonna, you know, curl my lashes and put on some, oh, I'm so stupid, I should have did that first. Oh, crap. All right. I guess we're gonna skip the primer today, because I forgot, and I don't feel like taking forever. So anyways, I was like, yeah, that's not good. So they put me in a room, and like, I was having some pressure, but like, I thought it was because everything that was going on was making me like, so like, uh-oh, something's wrong, and I don't know what it is, and I'm nervous about it, you know? And so, and then, you know, they did their little tests and stuff, and everything came back fine. But because I had that like chest, like a little bit of that chest pressure that would come and go with those episodes, and my blood pressure was a little high, because it was high, and it just kept getting worse. It would go up and then it would go down, and then it would go up and then it would go, like it was bouncing back and forth and higher. So it was really weird. I've never seen my blood pressure do that before, ever. So that to me was like, something's up. Like every time I would look, every time I would squeeze my arm, I would wait, and then I would look up and see what it said, and I was like, that's different. And I like was getting nervous, because like I had a heart attack, and you know, I was nervous. And so they're like, with my blood pressure and that discomfort in the chest, they were like, we're gonna suggest that you stay. And because it was a Friday, I'm so good at this, I wasn't gonna be able to be seen by the cardiologist until Monday. So they're like, unfortunately, we're basically just gonna monitor you, you know, and if we feel like, you know, there's tests that need to be run, we'll run them in the meantime, but, you know, do blood work and stuff. But everything's coming back fine, but because of your history and my family history of, you know, heart problems, they were like, because I mean, my mom's side of the family, like, everybody has it, so they're like, and like, everybody's died from it and shit, so they're kind of like, yeah, we don't like that. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna suggest you stay. And I like was nervous about staying, because I was like, well, I can't, because like I take care of my dad. My dad can't take care of himself, and I don't know what we're gonna do if I stay. So I called him, and he was a little nervous about it, like, okay, well, what am I gonna do then? And I'm like, I don't know. And he kind of wanted me to leave, and I was kind of like, I really don't feel comfortable leaving, because I don't know what the hell's going on. It was a whole thing. Okay, so by that night, though, the weird episodes of the, like, the feeling flush in the face and my whole body going numb, that had subsided. But, words. But even though that had subsided, my chest pressure was becoming more like, it was in my chest, but I could also feel it in my back. So it was going all the way through me. So it had started doing that in the emergency room, and I told them about it, and they were like, we don't like that. They were thinking that like my aorta may be tearing or something. Like, I was like, I don't like that. And so they, you know, did tests, and everything was fine. By the way, I'm using the Firework Lash and Sensational Firework Mascara. It's in this pretty pink tube. I like it. It's nice. Anyways, so they checked everything and everything seemed fine. They're like, we're gonna suggest you stay because we really think that you should see a cardiologist. I was like, oh, all right, well, then I'm staying because I listen to doctors. They know more than me. I didn't go to school for this. And the human body is quite complicated. Like, one thing could feel wrong and it could be 20 different things. Like, so I didn't go to college. I didn't study this. I don't know anything about it. I just knew something didn't feel right. And I was nervous about it and I was scared because, you know, heart things are nothing to mess with. Been there, done that. Don't do it. You know, if you feel like something's wrong, even if you get checked out and nothing is wrong, you probably should still get checked out, as annoying as that is. Now I need to catch my breath, and I'm having some discomfort right now. I haven't ate anything though. I'm so frustrated. Okay, so that chest discomfort going into my back continued, so they brought me up to the little heart area in the hospital. Today I'm going to use, sorry, I just totally went off course. I'm going to use the, About Face, the Performer Skin Focused Foundation. Sorry, the lettering comes off. Yeah, Skin Focused Foundation. I am light L1 neutral, so light 1 neutral. Alright, so they bring me upstairs, get me in a room, get me all hooked up and shit. So there's, you know, they do that. And I'm sitting there, and you know, my blood pressure is still up and down, up and down, up and down. It got, right before they got me in a room, I'm not 100% sure that was accurate, to be honest, because I was on the phone. So like my arm was bent holding a phone to my ear, and that makes a difference in blood pressure. In case you're wondering, everything makes a difference in blood pressure. Use my BK 101 brush. So it makes a difference what your body position you are in. If you cross your legs, that changes things, like anything like that. So like I was on the phone with my husband when she did it, and it read 99 over like 100 or 1 something, and they were like, yeah, that's not good. And I was like, I don't think that's accurate. So that didn't make me real nervous because I was pretty sure that wasn't accurate. But like they wrote that down and were like, okay, we're concerned. So then when they got me up in the room and settled, they did my vitals. They do that whenever you move or take a pill or anything. They take your vitals. They take your vitals a lot in the hospital. It's just to keep track of what's happening with your body. So they took my vitals up there, and it was like 172 or something over 90 something, 92 or some shit. Something like that. And they were like, okay, it's not 199, so I'll take it. And I was like, I don't think 199 is accurate, but you do you. So, just little dots on the nose. So they're like, okay, we'll take it. Well, then they're like, okay, we're going to give you, well, right before I went up too, they gave me nitro, which gives you a massive headache. But that had worn off by the time they took that blood pressure, because if it hadn't, holy shit, like, that's a problem. But like, so they gave me another nitro, took my blood pressure again shortly after, and it went down to 117 over 68 or 72. Something like that. I don't know. There were so many different numbers, I don't even remember them all. And they were like, okay, well that worked. Because like they looked at it and they went, whoa, okay, well that worked. And they're like, okay, we're going to talk to the provider because we're not sure that giving you another one's a good idea because your blood pressure dropped so much after we gave it to you. They had already given me one downstairs in the emergency room. So I was like, yeah, maybe we don't do that. And so they talked to provider. Provider was like, yeah, don't give her another one, but we're going to put a paste. They put one like on paper, literally like on a piece of paper with some tape on it. And they tape it to your skin so it absorbs through your skin it doesn't like hit you as fast as the thing you put under your tongue that dissolves under your tongue. So it takes it lasts longer, but like hits you slower. So it's not going to drop your blood pressure, right? So they do that. Blood pressure stays about the same. She's like, well, that's good. I like that it's, you know, staying consistent right now. So I like that. And I was like, okay, great. Well, I don't like this headache it's giving me. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not their fault. So that's... Well, they basically just kept taking my vitals, trying to figure out what to give me. They even gave me some of the atenolol. I had stopped taking that like years before, like 2021. I'd stopped because that's when I started my job, and I just kept forgetting to take my medicine, so I just kind of stopped taking them altogether. Which is not even that bad because my blood pressure was freaking fine the whole time until this incident happened. So it's not like that really was a huge issue. So I don't care what people say. It was not a problem. So yeah, my blood pressure was up and down for that whole first day. And that part of the second day, like it was towards the end of the second day where it was like starting to be a little more consistent and calm the fuck down. So that was good. We like it when it calmed down. But then that nagging like chest pressure and pain in my back like that was sticking around, and I was like, I don't like that. It's not going away, guys. So they were like giving me, you know, pain medicine and stuff. And the funny thing is morphine. They gave me morphine. Didn't even work. Like barely worked. I was like, that's interesting because this is supposed to be a strong painkiller. Like, why is this not really doing anything for me? And that seems a bit interesting. So they ended up giving me a different one, which is supposedly more powerful than morphine, which when they give you medicine through IVs, it hits you like a ton of bricks. You're like, bam! Oh, you just gave me something. Like, it's not like when you take a pill and you slowly start to feel effects. It's like, bam! Gotcha! Like, it's something. It's something. It's intense. So they, yeah. So when they gave me this other medicine, they gave me like a dose they thought was good for me, and it hit me, and I was like, damn, that's stronger than morphine. Like, I could tell. Hold on, this is gonna stop. I was like, yeah, that is stronger. I can feel that is stronger. And all medicines hit you in a different way. Like a morphine, like it'll go to your head and make your chest feel like super heavy. And then it'll subside after a couple of minutes. And this like went to my stomach, and like my body felt weird, and I was like, that's not the same drug. You can tell when it's not the same drug that they give you because it hits you in a different way, but it hits you freaking hard. So that hit me hard, and after a few minutes, I have this giant pimple coming in here, and I am not happy. We are not friends. I do not invite you to stay. Anyways, so I was like, bam, and then after a few minutes, I was starting to feel nauseous, and I was like, okay, I don't know what they just gave me, but I don't feel too good. So I had to, I'm one of those people who, I don't push the button. I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me in Ivory, 05 Ivory. I don't like to bother them. I don't push the button very often unless I feel like I absolutely have to. Otherwise, I just wait for them to come in, and if I need something, I'll tell them when they come in. I'm gonna use the, what is this? The A506 Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. I love this concealer brush. This brush is awesome at blending out concealer. Anyways, so yeah, that hit me. I didn't feel good, so I called them in, and I was like, I don't know what medicine they just gave me. Actually, they had given me 3 medicines at once, but they were all very different medicines. So one was like a GERD medicine. One was to like numb. It was like a numbing medicine to see if that helped the pain. And then it was a pain medicine, which why would you give that all at once? I don't know, but whatever. I mean, the pain medicine obviously is going to hit you, so how do you know if the numbing medicine worked if, you know what I'm saying? I don't, okay, whatever. Anyways, I don't think that was actually how it was supposed to be given, but that's how it was given. And I was like, okay, I don't know what, like, pain medicine or whatever they just gave me, but I don't feel good. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So they gave me an anti-nausea medicine, which then helped. But the thing is after the, like, feeling of I'm gonna barf subsided, I'm gonna barf. After that feeling, like, had subsided, the pain was better. So that medicine actually helps. And I was like, shit, why is the medicine that made me feel like I was gonna throw up have to be the one that actually does something? Like, that's because they're not gonna give that to me again. It made me almost puke, but it worked. Like, it worked. So, yeah, that was a little disappointing. But when the pain came back, then they're like, well, we don't really want to give you that again because it made you feel like that, so we'll give you morphine. And I was like, whatever. So they gave me morphine. It does help a little, but, like, not like whatever they gave me before did. So I'm gonna powder my under eyes with some Amy Cole powder. Ooh. With this lovely little mange powder puff. Came with my makeup set. Oh gosh, let's try this again. So yeah, then after that it was just that stupid nagging pain that also was in my back. So when I leaned, like, sat back, it bothered me. So I couldn't get comfortable because, like, when you're back, I don't know if you've ever had, like, back pain of any kind. You cannot get comfortable. You can't get comfortable. Wow, these under eye lines are getting intense. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Under eye lines are all set. Fantastic. So I just was having the hardest time. I couldn't get comfortable because I was sore. It hurts. It doesn't feel like it was right in the middle of my back. So when you lean back, that's where you put most of your pressure is right there. And I was like, I can't sit back. I have to sit up. So it was really frustrating because I couldn't get comfortable. And, you know, so then eventually they were like, okay, what? The doctor asked me. Because I was like, I don't know what the last time I took pain medicine is, but, like, it's coming back. I'm going to use the, what is this? This is Glam Liquid Sculpt and Contour. I'm going to use this to contour. What was I saying? I'm going to use this. No. Oh, this one. I'm going to use this brush. So they're like, okay. She was like, okay, so what was it out of the medicine we've given you that has worked? And I was like, because she had put down, like, to stop giving me that other medicine. So they were giving me the morphine. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, it was the medicine that made me nauseous. That, honestly, that was the medicine that made me feel the best. And she was like, okay, well, maybe we gave you too much. So let's give you a lesser dose and see how you do with that. And then we'll know, you know, that was too much, and we won't give you that much again, and we'll just give you the smaller dose. And I was like, that would be great, thank you. So that's what they did. They ended up giving me the lesser dose of that, and it worked, and I didn't feel like I was going to throw up, which was fantastic, because that's not a fun feeling, let me tell you. So we ended up doing that, which was great. Because even though I could kind of, like, you can feel it in your stomach like that. Like, you can just feel it in your stomach. But it wasn't like a nauseous feeling. It was just like a, yep, they just gave me that feeling. Medicines are complicated, y'all. So they were giving me that, which was helping with the pain. But of course, it kept coming back. So the doctor's thinking, she's thinking, I'm going to have to go to the city. Because I was not in the city. I was in a town. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Because she's like, they're probably going to have to send you to the city, and they're going to have to do an angiogram to make sure your stent isn't, like, reclotting or whatever, closing up, or whatever happens to stents after a while. because I've had it for 10 years. And she was like, that's a minute, so you're probably gonna do that. And I was like, I really don't want to do that, because if you've seen my heart attack video on my channel, I do have one that explains my experience with my heart attack. You know that was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my whole entire life, and I said I would never do it again. I would absolutely never do it. I'd rather die of a heart attack and not do that ever again. And I was like, I really don't want to do that. Not only do I not want to go to the city, I do not want to do that procedure, because I will die. It made me throw up. I felt every tiny bit of it. I cried. I was bawling like a baby. And they were so baffled, because they're like, most people don't feel this. And I'm like, well, I do. And they were like, oh, there's something wrong with you then, because most people don't feel it. And I was like, or you're not doing it right. Anyway, so I was nervous about that. But then, like, so I sat there, oh Jesus, all weekend, thinking I'm probably gonna go to the city. I don't want to do that. My car's here. I'd have to figure out how to get my car home. And yeah, anyway, so Monday rolls around. This is all through the weekend, all this crap happened. Monday rolls around. They talk to the cardiology people, and they decide I had an echocardiogram, a stress echocardiogram in 2021. They don't need to do any tests. I can go home. I was like, I sat here this whole freaking weekend for you to be like, you can go home. And so the doctor thinks, which could be true, that it's an upper GI spasm, which is like a spasm in your esophagus that can cause chest pain, and it can go all the way through your back. Because I was like, what's in your body that's connected to the front and the back? Because whatever is, that's what's hurt. That's what's bothering me. I'm going to use the LYS and bubbly. So I was like, yeah, that was a fun kind of waste of time. So they're thinking that that is like spasming or something. But I do, however, have a appointment with a cardiologist on Thursday, which by the time you see this will be like a week ago, because yeah, it's Wednesday. And I think I'm scratching that first video because I didn't feel good, and it was a weird video, and I didn't even edit it yet, but I think I'm just gonna be like, screw it, because it's probably not good. I don't feel like wasting my time. So, oops, I went a little high with that, didn't mean to. Oh, did I get that in my hair? I am so good at this today. Like, let's do a little more, because I'm going to powder, and it's going to dull it down when I powder, so. And I'm also going to put on bronzer. So, yeah, I have an appointment with cardiology on Thursday and see what they do. And then I may have to go see a GI specialist, and they may stick a camera down my throat, which I don't want to do, but whatever, I guess. So I was starting, like, you know, when you hurt a muscle, it hurts for a few days, but like as the days go on, it kind of starts to calm down until you hurt it again, and then it comes back. Well, it was going away. It was starting to go away, and then I ate dinner yesterday, and bam, it came right back. I was like, what the hell? Because it doesn't hurt when I swallow food. It hurt after the fact. So my brother's thinking it could be that spasm of the esophagus. It's causing a problem. I mean, that makes sense, but Jesus, I had to go through all that crap just for that? Like, it wasn't even my heart, are you saying? Like, I mean, it's good to get back on track with the cardiologist, so I'm definitely gonna go, but like, dang, I wasted a lot of my time. Whatever. So that's See, it's starting to bother me now, which is weird. I haven't ate anything. I drank some coffee. Now I'm drinking some ginger ale. Ooh, felt that go down. That was cold. I felt the cold. Maybe that's doing it. Jesus, do I gotta drink everything lukewarm? Alright, I'm gonna powder my face with the Amy Cole powder. Yeah, so that was my whole thing. I didn't blend that out first. Oh well. That was my whole hospital extravaganza. And I hate having heart problems because they don't play with that. Like, they're like, yeah. Like, I broke my leg. They're like, we're going to keep you for heart evaluation. I'm kidding. They don't do that. But if it does involve your chest in any way, shape, or form, and you complain that any part of your body's going numb, they're like, we need to check that. We need to make sure that's not a heart issue. And I'm kind of like, oh, but do we have to? I'm glad I know. Like, I feel better that all my tests came back okay. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, damn, I sat there for 3 days bored out of my damn mind. Texting my husband the whole time. Like, he was so tired of texting me, and I know he was. Every time I gave him an out, I was like, if you want to text me later, so not bothering you. And he's like, no, it's fine. When really he was bored out of his damn mind and wished I'd shut the hell up, you know? Because all I did was bitch and complain the whole time. Yeah. I'm sure he didn't enjoy that. So yay, that was my whole thing. Now we just get to go from here and see what the cardiologist says, and if I have to make an appointment for a GI specialist. And then I'll have to do that. Alright, let's do some bronzer. I'm going to use the NYX Professional Buttermelt Bronzer and All Butted Up. I'm just all butted up. I gotta do my brows too. Almost always do I forget my brows. Brows need love too. Oh my goodness. So that was my fun weekend. Not enjoying the fact that it keeps coming back though. That's kind of getting on my damn nerves. Like, what are you spasming about? Like, calm the fuck down. Stop it. You're causing problems. Making my life more difficult. Let's do brows. What do I want to do for brows? Oh god. I don't know. I guess we'll do LA Color Brow Pencil, even though that is too warm, but we're doing it anyways. Boom! Did I really just do it that fast? Does it need some touch-ups? Do we need some areas to have, yeah, right in there? Okay. Okay. That was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Okay. So that's my story for y'all. My story time, makeup, get ready, whatever. So that's why I didn't have those films. Films? Yeah, Jackie, films. I was gonna edit them on Friday, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't really want to bring my laptop or have my husband bring my laptop to the hospital. I don't feel like lugging a fucking laptop around when I'm moving to rooms and shit. Not really. Just a whole lot of social media scrolling. That's what happened there. Okay, brows. Yay me. I'm going to spray the face with the lovely Dollar Tree La Mercier whatever spray. Feels good. It's like 87 degrees out or some shit. Yay, let's finish the eyeballs. I'm gonna take that dark brown on the outer corner. I'm gonna just drag it along the bottom lash line. Ah! I'm gonna take the transition shade with that nudish, that more skin tone one. My skin tone, sorry, that was offensive. Do that, and then we're gonna take the fireworks and put it on the bottom. Ooh, my eyes just watering from, you know, staring with my eyes wide open like this. Ooh, gosh darn it. I got it on my eye, so I'm gonna let it dry and then flake it away afterwards. Let's pick a lip. I'm gonna take this, I think this is Nude in Gerard Cosmetics. I'm gonna use the Siba matte lipstick from What's Up Beauty. What's up, beauty? Oh, not much. That's pretty, but we're gonna top that off with the lip jelly. This is Rose, I believe. This is Rose, shade Rose. I have Sandy, but this one's Rose. This is the Be Pure lip jelly. That's pretty, I like that. Let's see if I can get that, there. And I'm gonna use white eyeliner in the waterline. Ah! Ugh, now my eyes are watering. That tickled. Alright, I guess that's it for today's video. Glad I got to let you know what's going on, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Just do that. It's right there. Hit the subscribe button. And hold on. Don't like it on my teeth. And yeah, that is it. I hope you tune in for future videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day.